All signs point to this for the New York Yankees. There goes Brian Cashman, the money man. There goes Aaron Boone, our fearless manager. There goes Gleyber Torres. The Gleyber Day party seems to be over. And there goes Tony Cannolis, Anthony Rizzo, two soon-to-be former New York Yankees. And here goes a quote from Jack Curry of the Yes Network. The Yankees have no plans on pursuing Anthony Rizzo and Gleyber Torres. Woo! Big time update here on Yankees Digest, bringing you all things New York Yankees. But before we say a single word, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Closing in on 3,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. Continue to blow up this channel, and let's continue to bridge that gap between the non-subscribed and the subscribed. Right here on Yankees Digest, bring you all things New York Yankees. Turn off the lights. Light a candle. You've seen the last of this guy, and you've seen the last of this guy. Tony Cannolis, as we call him here on the channel, Anthony Rizzo, he's played his last game in pinstripes, and Gleyber Torres, like a good Gleyber, Torres was there, and now he's gone. Both will be moving on to new clubs in 2025, and let's start here with Rizzo. Not a big shocker here. We did a video about Rizzo, I believe after the World Series or during the World Series, about his future with the club and how it was a long shot that he would be back in the Bronx in 2025. And it was just pretty much all but confirmed by Jack Curry of the Yes Network that Rizzo's gone. The Yankees will be looking for a new first baseman, everyday first baseman. And again, the age and the injuries, they just caught up with Rizzo. You know, this guy's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Cubs legend, helped end the curse of the Billy Goat in 2016, and was a pillar of that community for over a decade, and did great things, of course, obviously here in New York, and really, really was a clubhouse leader and a major presence when healthy in the Yankee lineup. But the injuries and age have caught up with him, and you know, the Yankees are going to go younger. They're going to move on at the first base position, and that's not too much of a shocker. This one here, though, we were wondering if there was a chance that Gleyber would find his way back to the club, but it's not happening. Gleyber has also played his final game in pinstripes. And listen, man, Torres, it was a really rocky season for him. Obviously, the benching that was well documented during the Mets series earlier in the year. There were questions about his effort, lackadaisical play in the infield, struggles at the plate, and of course the benching. You can't talk enough about the benching. But when Torres was healthy, when his mind was right, and Boone inserted him into the leadoff spot toward the end of the season, throughout the postseason run, it was night and day. You know, something really clicked for him, and Torres was a big reason why the Yankees made it all the way to the World Series, just falling short to the Dodgers in 5. But Torres wasn't the reason why. And again, don't be shocked if he ends up with the Mets to be reunited with his buddy Severino, good friends with him. Like a good Gleyber, Torres will not be there in 2025. And, you know, I'm going to remember the good. You know, I mean, you got to take the good and the bad, but I'm going to remember the good with Gleyber Torres, man. When he was on, he was a solid, everyday contributor in the field as well as at the plate for the Yankees, for our beloved Bronx Bombers. And he'll definitely be missed. But some replacements are definitely on the way. And, you know, but he's played his last game. Let's dive into the numbers, shall we, like we always do. This is what you're missing. This is what you're missing with Torres. 257, 15 dingers, 63 ribbies. That's 708 OPS. I'll take that. You know, this guy was consistent when healthy, and when he moved to that leadoff spot as well. You know, he was money in the bank. And when he's right, he's one of the better second basemen in baseball. You know, the experiment of him at shortstop, that was a disaster. Volpe obviously took over that when he got called up for good. But, Torres is a solid Major League Baseball player. And, the Yankees feel there's no way they're going to pull the trigger and not bring him back if they feel like there's an upgrade out there. It's just that plain and simple. But those are stats, and, you live with those. Those are really solid numbers for an everyday second baseman. You take those. A little different story with Mr. Rizzo. Yeah. These are not solid stats whatsoever for Mr. Rizzo. Tony Canolis. 8 home runs, 35 ribbies. This guy missed somewhere crazy, like 200 plus games. He had the concussion-like symptoms that cut his season short last year and bled into this year. He had the wrist injury. The guy was playing with fractured fingers throughout the postseason, just gutting it out like a champ. But this type of production for an everyday first baseman, these aren't everyday first baseman. This is like stats you would see for a pinch hitter or first guy off the bench. Your starting first baseman can't be giving you these type of numbers and you expecting him to, get a long-term contract and be in the long-term plans for your club. It's just not going to happen. And, Cashman just understands that for this team to get to where they want to get to, and that's not just back to the World Series, but surpassing the Dodgers, they need more firepower. They need more consistent firepower as well as a serviceable, solid glove. And again, the Yankees feel like they can get that in free agency or via trade, and that's why they're letting Rizzo go. It's the same deal with Gleyber Torres. We've mentioned on the channel. There are options out there. Nolan Arenado, as well as Alex Bregman. There are going to be second basemen out there that can fill the void of a Gleyber Torres. And, and the same deal with the first base position. I mean, you saw the video I did a few weeks back with Polar Bear. There's a reason why Polar Bear is on the radar for the Yankees as well, because would Polar Bear be an upgrade over Anthony Rizzo? I think so. Would Alex Bregman be a upgrade over Gleyber Torres? I think so. You're just talking about options for the Bombers in free agency and in trades to upgrade over these two guys. And, that's the harsh reality and the finality of when a season ends. There's going to be turnover. You're not going to trot out the same lineup verbatim the very next year. That doesn't even happen in MLB The Show. I'm always shuffling my lineups via trade and free agency at the trade deadline when the season's over, whether I win the championship or not. And, the Yankees, they absolutely feel like they can upgrade, and they absolutely will upgrade. And will Rizzo be missed in the clubhouse as a leader? Absolutely. Will Torres be missed in the clubhouse as a leader and one of the most beloved and fun guys on the roster? Absolutely. But that's the reality of Major League Baseball, man. That's the reality of pro sports in general. Guys are gonna move on, and they're gonna go to other teams, and it's all about reloading and revamping your lineup so that you can have your best roster out there to compete for a pennant. And the Yankees feel like the Yankees they're not going to move on for both of these guys unless they feel like there are better options out there, and there are better options out there, and they will be explored in the coming weeks via free agency. And we'll be covering it right here, bringing you wall-to-wall coverage of free agency, all the hot button topics right here on Yankees Digest, bring you all things New York Yankees. That does it for this video here. Come on back. Come on this journey. There's a lot of breaking news coming your way, and we'll be here to give you the best and give you the real. Come on back. We'll be waiting for you. Catch you guys later. This has been Ugo Onyianta for Yankees Digest, bring you all things New York Yankees. Peace.